Right, I'll start again. Long story short, done that Model 1 I made ages ago. It's finished. I'm currently working on the bedroom to make it into the studio. So desk, chair, and that's the backdrop. So in better quality now you can see. It's not fully done, but it's getting there. I've been working on this Dalek, as you probably know, so I'm chopping, reassembling to make it more accurate. I've had to cut away a lot of this material of the old slats, but eventually I am using the other ones that I mentioned ages ago. So these will be the new, it's a bit hard to describe. I've changed my mind. These are the ones for the fan film because the other ones I built were way too small, and I'll get to that because they are downstairs. The original, the small one I was working on that I made a part for. I am on with bits of the Paradigm, but at the minute it's just on hold until I get this main prop done for the event and for people to see it again. Because I have missed doing it, so as you can see, that's how big his skirt originally was, so I've had to chop it and reassemble it, and it now looks much more imperial. I've had to refix his neck, I've had to now change and put wooden plate to keep the dome from wobbling side to side, and I'll explain why that is. I'm having to reshape the hexagon. I'll be sharpening these gun boxes, new bumps, everything, the lot, and then I'll be able to then finish him up, and then yeah, he's starting to look the part like an actual Imperial. God knows what I was thinking in 2020 when I was building him. So yeah, from that, and I am trying as fast as I can to get this room done as soon as possible so that I can do more proper vlogging stuff. I did the fridge up as well. So going from all that on, and then because I've forgotten that I've done other things, like been collecting more and sorting things out, doing bathroom door, making that look a bit more personalised, and I am trying to get everything sorted, but you know what I'm like, one minute I'm doing this, next minute I'm doing that. The Dalek is still going on display here, but like I mentioned, it was that small one in there, it's going on there, so I'm now just getting it as quick as I can done. So I'm going to try and get a shelf built, and then I'm going to need some sort of ladders so that I can get up there, and then I need to finish all this. And throughout the whole house I'm having this effect on the bottom half of every room throughout the entire house. So it's going to cost me a bit, but so far that's about £7, and it only stretches just behind the TARDIS door. And then I'm staining it in walnut. Everything is being walnut effect in this bedroom. And then my new lampshade. But I have got like LEDs, and it will look a bit more like a professional thing. What else have I been doing? It is a mess, like I mentioned, but it's, you know, I'm able to get around. So yeah, that small Dalek is going on here when I get round to it. It's where that tape is, so when you go down you're not going to hit your head because of how small the Dalek is. So as we come down, eventually we're going to start. I'll let them out. So I've been doing a bit of work in here as well since you've last seen it. A bit more personal things like the blind and other things like that, and they can smell eggs because I've had French toast. Come on, you've been noticing I've been building the TARDIS. Other things, we're not going up yet. Other things that I can't show too much because I haven't got no curtains up at the minute. Girls, moon. That's another project I was on now. Eventually finish it, which is meant to be, when it's got a surrounding from it and you put LEDs, it gives the effect of it being the moon. The other thing I've been working on is, so there is that Dalek that's going up on display, and it's under all this, if you remember it. So that's where it is at the minute. So I've got a lot of work, but luckily I don't have to do too much. I've done that many. I'm using that as the neck core, so I'll have to get a 3D printer. So that's what I've been working on. Got another table similar to that. I will work more in this room. I've fixed that up so now this is central, but the whole idea of having a table in the centre and everything is just not working out. So for the time being, it'll just be personal for me. So I'll have a little armchair and then a TV in here again, so we can not be upstairs all the time. And then I was going to do some album covers. I'll still get there, and this room is still being the gothic room when I get finished to it, so I'll get round to it. Like as in like stuff on this wall eventually. Don't know what, but like skulls, sconces, candles, the lot. I still have a lot to finish up. So yeah, so going from that, I've been outside doing bits of the Impone J. I've done a lot on him since. I am eventually going to get new cages with walnut effect as well. What else news-wise? Oh, another thing that's I completely forgot. Do ignore it, it does get tidied up, and then as soon as I'm starting work, everything just gets put back here. But it does get tidied, but there's one of my knife block thing. So going from all of that, yeah, I'm really proud of so far where it's going, but it's taking longer than usual. So as mentioned, all the way I was going to have this trim, but that's getting changed again, like I say, and I forgot to close the gate. I need to get used to this. I keep forgetting about it every time. I think I mentioned what the plan is in the far future with this house. So at the minute, the tree's still up, as I mentioned ages ago. I am eventually going to get a console table here for that big TV. If I can't get that TV, because I've lost the plug, so I will eventually have a TV here. Desk is going there, as mentioned. So when the desk is done, it will be, if I can point this, it will be something like that. If I'm out of the way. And Impone J will be going where the fridge is, looking that way. So it's slowly starting to look like how I envisioned. As you all know me, things don't just go in a straight line. It does take time. But we are gradually getting there, and I think I better show off it with it now being in higher quality, because that camera footage was from Facebook, and it's not exactly in high quality compared. Oh, another thing I eventually really want to do, this paradigm will eventually be moved somewhere else. I was thinking on getting a friend, but I might even just do it myself, is make a 12-inch accurate Imperial Dalek model, just to go here, just to pass the time. I've always wanted a model one. So, you know, like my little small one there, that was made from someone in Ireland. I would love to have one there when I get to that. But yeah, just a little showcase of all the different things and things that I've just left about, like scissors, of just my collection at the minute of, it's not really a collection really, is it, when it's just odd bits. Special weapons gun can now actually fit on one of the full size, well, it's not full size, but my scale of Daleks. So once I've done him, and I've done my event, and then people have seen him, some close friends of mine, once I've done that, I'll then have to take a brand new mould of this and the base. I don't with the neck, because I still have the original in the garage. I will have to with the dome, because I know that no longer exists. These shoulders, nope, forget about them. It's going to be these shoulders that are now replacing them ones, because there's still a few imperfections on these designs, so that's why I did Mecha Mark II, if you remember that video way back. I can't even remember, but these slats are way too up high on this one. Reason you can see this gap, whereas on the Imperials they're not meant to have a gap with these slats. When they come intersecting with the gun box, they're meant to be basically touching, or even have a tiny 3mm gap, if that. So that's what I've got right on this design. So as you've just seen, so from that, it's kind of funny, it's just as most people always say, your when you're building your Dalek, I mean this one this is the longest one because it's full fiberglass. They do get a bit updated over time, which I never thought I was going to be doing him up again. That's why I put him up for sale, because I wanted to just get rid of him. But then I just thought, you know what, I've got a full-size Dalek that I can pretty much fix up. Why not just do that? And here we are so far with him. He is starting to look a lot more Imperial-ish, if that's even a word. Oh, better, that's better. So as you can see, yeah, he's starting to look the part after using a rivet gun at work. There we go. I used a rivet, some of that leftover window tint, but flipped it the other way because it surprisingly has chrome. And don't glue it down, the rivet is just holding it in place behind a metal washer, and that gives the messy look, if you will. So when it moves, it doesn't have that sort. If it gets glued down, it don't look right. So it's basically just, I don't even know how to describe, but it's not fixed down. But the rivet itself is holding it in place. The eye is just a tad wrong. It should be a little narrower, the walls here. But when I get a 3D print, like a resin printer, I will fix that, because I am not doing all this again with moulding. I will just get a 3D resin printer and just have the parts printed out. Same for the plunger, it'd just be a lot easier. But yeah, slowly. There is one main reason why everything's going very slowly, but I'm sure many people know about this anyway. Long story short, having a lot of trouble with neighbours and not letting me do my thing, even though I'm breaking no rules, but hopefully I'm getting it sorted out, because this has just been going on for far too long. But yeah, I'll eventually get things sorted. I'm not stopping doing what I enjoy when I know I'm doing nothing wrong. So yeah, I'm getting him done as fast as I can. Yeah, and I choose the wrong time of year because it's now getting colder. But I think because I've more or less got the majority of it, it's already a full Dalek. All I've got to do is just all the odd little parts. So from that to then been doing that today of making a model. And these are not all glued on. Some of them have glued on, but some of them just click into place. And then this being my paradigm. That's not all fully fixed together. There's the two missing because I don't know where they've gone. I did keep everything together, but who knows. And as you can see, I'm not doing a good job because I'm looking at the prop itself rather than the camera. Well, that's what that looks like. I was never a fan of the paradigms, but now that I've made my own mark on this 12-inch one, and it's got this gorgeous metallic finish, they do look good, even though they are bottom heavy and then they go small, but everyone has their own thoughts on them. The reason why mine's taking forever I've gone from bit and changed my mind, but I've got an idea now for if you know, my fan film I'm still working on. So yeah, Imperials are now this scale, so I'm still going to have the 4 of them, including, well, him and the other 3, so 4 of those. There's the special weapons turret. I know my channel and everything I do is a mess, so for anyone who keeps up with all this, you must have a really good memory, because I don't. So there's, where did I have him? I had him like, I don't know if it's accurate if I've painted it right. I don't think it is, but I think it'll do for what it's meant to be. And yeah, that's what that looks like. And then I was desperate to get one of them. So that's just me going on about anything really. I've still got a lot to do, so I'm still on with the TARDIS and police box. Just things come in time. Oh, I did the other thing I forgot, it's right behind here. There is going to be, if you can make out, where this bedding's in the way. If you can make out, that is the start of one of the shuttle pods. So there's going to be 2 shuttles, I've decided. A model one for when we're landing that by crane. So I'm gonna have to do some camera trickery or learn something or get some help with that. And then we are gonna build, when the Imperials Daleks come out of the shuttle after it's landed, we will have to either build a door frame and match it to the model and upscale that, or we'll just have to build a close-up of the doorway where the Imperials come out, and we'll just have to, like, I don't know how we're going to do it, but just the doorway, and pretend basically like as if it was a theatre. I can't even remember what they're called now. It's been that long since I've been there. They called them something like, not the backdrop, but they called them, I don't even remember. Oh, I'll probably put it on screen. I am going to need to put that on. Thank you, Penny. At the minute, she's just reminding me as well. I need to put on some bigger wheels because summer is getting stuck and I don't know why. It's not freely moving. It's now got a new M6 fin, but I've now cut a hollow tube from B&Q. When either tomorrow I need to round this completely and drill a brand new hole, have this fitted in and fiberglass, so then that, because the amount of the threads over the years have just ruined the top of this stone, so it needs a proper metal pivot. It's not meant to be that tall, but it'll do for this one when I get. The more noise I make, the more trouble I just get in, it seems. So I do anything as quick as I can. I always go out of breath. But yeah, to say, I know I go on about it all the time, but it is really coming along, the shape. And then I started repainting it, as you can see here, that nice cream colour which is under the bed right there. And if you want to know what I use, well, please move. I am going to get a new rug before you're starting to think I'm not having this. Yeah, that one, antique white. Benny, you're getting in my way. So antique white by Rust-Oleum, and I've got the gold that I want, and they are coming along nicely. So yeah, I know I keep going on about it, and there she is for scale, so you can see. If she doesn't move and get too close to me. Oh, if it ain't one, it's the other. Yes. And then the other thing was, alright, enough now. The other thing, what I found on the internet, I mentioned about the other day.
Oh my God!
You only get 12. Oh! Serves you right. So yeah, that's basically it on everything. As this little vlog of where I've been and what I've been doing. I've still got a lot to do. I've been doing that window, that were ages ago, making it look a bit like stained glass. I will eventually finish it. And then I finally got hold of the, even though they're not accurate, but it's taken me a long time to get hold of something like this. She's whining again. I still have to collect the rest of everything else that we've been out for the last few years. But it's a work in progress. And then the metal Dalek I've been working on, I am quite far behind, but we're getting there. So I guess I'll cut it from here because I've got a lot to do now. Still got a lot. I'm looking forward to when I'm getting that small model Dalek, and then it'll have a proper, I think I mentioned what I'm going to eventually have is I want, even though you might not see it properly, I want it to have like a brick effect on the bottom, as if like the cobbles, but behind it I want the transmat effect where it glows, if you will, as people come up the stairs and they see the Dalek, you know, they see that. So it's got that whole effect, like the Blackpool exhibition a few years ago. It was like 2006, I think it was. So I really do need to finish all this, either get a plasterer in and finish all of that up, paint it, and then down here get the wood. Well, I'm going to have it like lighter down this way, dark towards the top, but light so that you can see. And then these stairs will be, carpet will be taken up. and then wood, but then with a rug with brass parts holding it there, and then some lights down the stairs. But there's no point doing too much on this because the eventual thing in the future is to have this staircase gone, going up the side, and then this being a hallway from living room to kitchen. That's the whole plan, so that we've got more light. So yeah, bits I've been doing back and forth. I've been trying to do the living room, still trying to do it, finding problems as I'm going along with this house. And I'm doing, like I say, my mind kept changing, but now I've got a set idea of how I want the bottom half of the house to have that timber effect, to just make it feel a bit more warm, like a 60s house. But yeah, I'll leave it here, love you and leave you until the next whenever.